approximately 370 lei on average. Servicemen of the Romanian Army, alongside counterparts from the Republic of Moldova and the United States, are taking part until April 19th in the multinational exercise Joint Combined Exchange Training 2024, hosted by Moldova. The exercise is focused on joint training drills and experience sharing between the military of the three states and is aimed at boosting interoperability between participants. On March 31st, the currency reserves of the National Bank of Romania went up to 64.2 billion euro. The gold reserves stood at 103.6 tons. Against the latest developments on international markets, Romania's gold reserves now stand at some 6.9 billion euro. Public debt payments in foreign currency due in April, direct or guaranteed by the Ministry of Finance, amount to approximately 2 billion euro. The National Bank has also announced that the reference index for consumer loans fell to 5.9% per year. The downward trend will determine the reduction of mortgage rates for hundreds of thousands of Romanians. The 3-month ROBOR index, which sets the value of consumer loans with variable interest in lei, also went down. The National Cybersecurity Directorate has launched a guide on identifying deepfakes. The document provides detailed information about the creation and identification of deepfakes and teaches users what to do when targeted by such phenomena. And that was the news. The hard currency reserves of the National Bank of Romania grew at the end of March, while the IRCC, the Consumer Credit Reference Index, went down. I'm Cristina Mateescu with this report by Mihai Pelin. The hard currency reserves of the National Bank of Romania grew last month compared with the end of February to pass 64 billion euros, with 1.7 billion euros entering and 638 million euros exiting in March. The level of the gold reserve remained the same, at over 103 tons, but its value grew to almost 7 billion euros, following an increase in prices on the international market. Economic analyst Konstantin Rudnitsky says these deposits allow the National Bank to ensure the stability of the hard currency exchange rate, but also indicate that some European funds remain in the bank rather than being quickly channeled into the economy. Konstantin Rudnitsky.
Această consolidare continuă a rezervei internaționale ne poate spune și
This continual consolidation of the international reserve also points to a weak implementation of European-funded projects. There's a lot of talk about how a big portion of the money that comes from European funds remains parked at the National Bank and is not channeled into real economy. But things are starting to move in this respect, in the sense that some investments are being reimbursed. We don't have a clear figure yet, but we are seeing that funds are being spent at greater speed and in larger amounts. The National Bank of Romania also announced that the IRCC, the Consumer Credit Reference Index, dropped to 5.90% per year from 5.97% 3 months ago. This is the first significant reduction in the last year. The IRCC is the mean of daily interest rates on interbank transactions over the previous quarter. According to experts, this index may drop again in July to 5.84%. The trend is clearly downward and will lead to the drop of mortgage rates for 500,000 Romanians. This index is used to calculate the interest rate for variable interest rates in the national currency since May 2019, when it stood at 2.36%. The IRCC was devised by the Romanian government as a solution to counterbalance the effects of the ROBOR index, which was going up fast from one month to the next towards the end of 2018, driving people's interest rates up. With regard to the 3-month ROBOR index, which is used to calculate the cost of consumer credits with variable interest rates in the national currency, this grew to 6.06% per year from 6.05%.